Hello everyone, I'm Sara and this is Balkan Asia Convention. Today my guest is...
Oh, hi, my name is Felicia. I dance on Instagram and I've been doing covers for about 2 years now.
Thank you, Felicia. So I was wondering, how did you start to dance and listen to K-pop?
Yeah, so I knew K-pop a lot earlier before I started dancing, just because like K-pop, I'm Chinese Malaysian, so when K-pop became big, it was like kind of proud for us because East Asians were finally getting the recognition. So I know K-pop since like 2009, with like Girls' Generation T, but I always really enjoyed dancing in general. Like I did ballet and tap and hip hop when I was younger, but then afterwards it just kind of translated over to K-pop. And so 2014, that's when I started dancing K-pop. And then I believe it was 2018, that's when I started posting stuff for the public to see.
Yeah, so when did you start recording for Instagram?
Instagram. So Instagram, I remember the date actually. It was June 21st of 2018. That's when I started for Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a lot of followers there.
A few,
Your
yeah.
choreographies are great.
Thank you.
So can you tell us more about how you created your profile and how did you become popular?
Yeah, I created my profile just because like it was like summer going into my senior year of high school. I wanted to do something interesting, something different. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put myself out there. I really like dancing. I learned so many choreographies. And so I was like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and post. Funny thing, I took my old YouTube Instagram that I had, and I just kind of built off of that. I probably only had 50 followers on there at first, but I just kind of got my friends to, join, like kind of watch me be my first followers, and then from there, just use like some hashtags to try to get myself known, and then met some people who were also just starting as well, and then from there, it kind of grew. I no like secret recipe, but it was just kind of cool. I was like, whoa, actually people like watching me.
So do you have anything to say for young audience who wants to do what you do?
Yeah, I say go for it. There's no risk. I mean, obviously, the only risk is being exposed to the public and stuff like that. And sometimes, every once in a while, you'll get yourself some, hurtful comments. But at the end of the day, if you don't try, you never know. So I say just go for it. You know, make friends. There's a lot of people in this K-pop community, and also people love dancing too. I think we can all bond over dancing and K-pop, or just like, doesn't have to be specifically K-pop. It can just be dancing in general. So just kind of meet people. Even though it's funny, people say like, oh yeah, don't be friends with people online, but I've met some great people online and then gone to their country and actually met up with them in person, and they're so sweet. So I think, just put yourself out there, be confident in yourself, and just do it.
And do you have a favorite choreography you did?
Ooh, oh my goodness. There's so many good ones. Recently, the most one that's like stuck in my head is Blackpink. How you like that? That
Of
one's
course.
just, yeah, it's just so catchy. But favorite for choreography, I think one of my favorite choreographies. If I'm a huge fan of Blackpink. So, when it's not their song, but um, they did a cover by Kyle Hanagami, by Yancey, Partition. So I really like that one. And then, oh, Black Swan by BTS. It's so intricate and so different. So I really like that choreography too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you what was your favorite group, but it's probably Blackpink, right?
I have so many favorite groups. It's hard to choose one. Once you're into this K-pop community, it's so hard. It might be like the obvious ones. BTS was really what drew me into K-pop actually. So they'll always be my top ones. But I really do like Blackpink, Mamamoo. I can name so many, but soloists, Chungha, Sunmi, they're all really good soloists.
And do you have a bias from that groups?
Yeah, it's almost hard to have a bias because all of them are so amazing. But I think I draw more towards the people who are dancers. So Jungkook from BTS, he's so good at dancing. And Lisa, she's amazing. I don't know what she does with her body, and so I try to learn from her, just like watching her, but hard to copy, hard to replicate her. So there are definitely my biases there.
Uh, you're trying, it's great, believe me. I
Thank
saw
you.
it. Okay, so do you have any hardships while doing choreographies? What is
Harsh.
the most hard part?
Um, Hard part of like doing my
Dancing and practicing
dancing.
K-pop.
I think the hard part is um just trying to learn without having a teacher. I mean, it's amazing how many people are actually able to learn without a teacher, but like, you have to mirror it and like just kind of watch like the little details. And sometimes it's hard to learn the details because sometimes every member has a little different way of like interpreting the dance. And so then you just have to learn how to work with that, and create your own style with it. But I think that one's probably the hardest part. Oh, learning it is hard, but cleaning it up is the hardest, I think. Just make sure you look smooth or you are a little bit more powerful, learning to be more musical with your dancing and just putting that emotion, whatever, if it's like really edgy or if you're being cute, so putting that vibes into it. It's the cleaning up part that takes a little bit, takes a little while.
And do you have any fun experience to tell us about?
Oh, yes. I do. Oh man, it's so hard to pick one. I guess my favorite part of like doing this like whole K-pop thing is the amount of people I've been able to meet. Like I've met four of my friends that like were mutuals, so they also do dancing on Instagram, and so I've been able to meet them all around the world. It's so cool, like South Korea, here in the U.S. or Singapore. And then I think my favorite one was when I went to 1 Million Studios. 1 Million in South Korea, it's like a really big dancing studio, and they have a lot of choreographers that choreography for K-pop stars. So like Everglow, Mamamoo, a lot of them. Sunmi too. They have choreographed for them, and I took a class with them, and everyone was so good. And I was just like, wow, I mean, it's so good, and I learned so much from that like 90 minutes. But I think I was so shocked when one of the staff members recognized me, and I was like, whoa. You guys have like 20 million subscribers on YouTube, and one of you knows me. They're like, you dance on Instagram, right? I was like, yeah, I do. So I guess that was like one of my favorite ones. But meeting people is always a really good time, and I'm really happy. So whenever like some of my followers have come up to me and be like, I know you, and I'm like, I get to talk with them, so it's really cool.
Okay, thank you. That was all for today.
Okay, thank you so much, Sarah.
No, thank you for joining us. So
Yeah.
guys, that was it. If you want to check out Felicia, we will leave a link in description so you can see what is she doing if you don't already know. And that was all. Bye. Okay, we stopped recording.